Hi, I'd like to introduce you all to Teresa Fanzo. She's TBG Real Estate's social media coordinator and talent sourcer. Lately, we've been getting a lot of questions from recent grads, upcoming graduates, and 1 to 2 year analysts and associates as they reach the end of their rotational programs and truly contemplate the next step in their career. This is a pivotal time, and there's a lot to consider. So we've broken down some of the most popular questions, and of course, feel free to reach out. Love to provide guidance and insight, and this is just to get it going. And kicking off with question 1.
What is the ideal candidate for these analyst/associate jobs I see posted on LinkedIn for big name shops?
Good question. So I'm sure you guys have come across a lot of roles, among various job boards and company websites that are seeking that 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 years of experience, a pretty broad description of the role, and there's about 2,000 to 3,000 applicants, in consideration already. And so to set yourself apart from the candidate pool, there's many of ways you can go about it. And the typical path is target school, real estate investment banking, a couple of years, and then that's where if you look at a lot of the senior leaders in private equity funds and the REITs, that's what is most common. Not the only way to break in though, especially for development. If you spend too long in real estate investment banking, then sometimes the prominent investor owner operators, who need that perspective from the other side of the coin, don't want someone who's been in IB for too long. So, evaluating what you want to do and how your experience and your foundation, sets you up for that is crucial. Next question.
So, beyond researching companies on Glassdoor, Wall Street Oasis, networking, and through word of mouth, what do you look at when evaluating an opportunity?
When it comes down to that, I really try to gain a comprehensive understanding of a person's goals, whether they're able to define them at that point in their career or not. The role, the team, the mentors, and the trajectory are the most important because money will follow. If you have to be focused on experience and learning at this stage in your career, and when it comes down to what capacity you're in, an acquisitions position, you really need to dig into the company's track record, their deal flow, and how well capitalized they are, and where does their funding come from, and how permanent is that? Are they sourcing equity on a deal by deal basis? What does the investment committee criteria look like? You don't want to get into a shop that tells you everything you want to hear, and you think you're going to get exposure to a high volume of deals, and then realize that there's $15 in said fund, and you're really quite stagnant. And same goes for development and asset management. You want to understand their pipeline. You want to get a full grasp of if you're going to get experience in the full development life cycle, what their current projects are, what their next projects will look like in the next 5 years. So it's really digging into the past, the present, and the future, and you have to do that throughout the interview process as well as by doing some deep dives. And this will be the last question. This actually went a little longer than we expected, so you'll have to catch us on round 2, but here we go.
So, what are other ways to break into real estate without investment banking experience or a degree from a prestigious school?
So, having investment banking experience or coming out of the top 25 school with a finance degree is not the only way to break into real estate. In fact, that's just one way. There's so many entrances, and honestly, the biggest thing, compared to most other industries, is networking. You want to hit the pavement. Relationships are so important in real estate, and that is one thing that will set you apart, as you evolve in your career. It truly does make a huge impact, who you know, but also what you know. If you're looking to be, closer to the assets and have a little bit more of more skin in the game. Investment, development, owner operators, they actually a lot of times, would like to see someone with a real estate, construction, engineering, or architecture background with the hard skills to be able to, look at these, investments or developments throughout different stages of the life cycle from a large big picture perspective. So you do need those analytical and finance skill sets, but being able to break in the door right out of college, get some strong internships in the space at a property level is honestly some of the most fulfilling and even better routes to go.